Brother always update it with updates. Okay? Dr. Derek, I know you're born ready. How about you, Dr. Derek?
ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE, the future of Internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Wow. 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 That's all I can say. And I'll bring Queen, the queens on this platform that make the platform work in the background. I'll just bring her to come and say what she saw, because for me, Queen Debbie, take it over, please. I can't do it.
Sister Dr. Patience, greetings to each and everyone, and good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon. It's such an honor to see all of us today. And I must say, those images are all what we call nonverbal communication. Thank you so much, our king and brother, Dr. Derek. We truly appreciate that. All right, and thank you again, Dr. Patience. At this stage, we're calling on our one and only the voice in it to win it, my baby sister who has that voice, Queen Sister Lerato Shadare, and we added a third name, Prosperity, signing in from Germany. Sis.
Hi, sis. Hi.
Welcome. Welcome
and excitement all around. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. I just want to greet everybody here, Dr. Derek. The videos, like I told you, it's just beautiful. Thank you so much. Everybody who is here today, hello. I'm so excited. This is really the exciting time. It's the time of manifestation of all our, dreams and hopes and everything. A time for just celebration, right? So I'm just excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to today's webinar, to the updates, to everything. I'm just looking forward to everything. I'm just so excited. And I'm here again to just share my heart with you. And like I said, I'm so privileged, and I'm also grateful to be given this opportunity. I don't take it for granted. And I'm happy to share with you. And today I'm just going to speak my heart, guys. I always do, but today I just wanted to talk about something. I'm just going to deviate from today's excitement a little bit. I'm going to talk about fear, right? And the reason why I'm talking about fear is because a lot of people operate under the spirit of fear without knowing or without understanding, okay, where is the inspiration for their actions or how they make decisions, right? And that also comes to how we make decisions with money, how we make decisions and of how to be, how our beingness in this planet, how we choose to appear, how we choose to live, how we choose to inhabit this life that we're living. We can only operate under two very powerful forces. It's either the force of love or the force of fear or hate. Those are the two forces, right? And it's really worth mentioning. The main thing that I wanted to say is that you cannot really possess what you fear losing, right? We were talking about identity in the last weeks, to understanding whom we are. We talked about making decisions, sound decisions, every morning declaring and asserting how you want to be, your beingness, your becoming, right? We spoke about prosperity, but we cannot talk about prosperity without mentioning that you cannot really be prosperous if you're still operating in fear, all right? Because fear has, hate manifests as other things, and it appears as different things, and fear is one of those counter emotions, right? And if we are operating in the spirit of fear, we're always about self-preservation. We're always about self-preservation. We're all about survival. That's what we're going to do, because if you're fearful, you want to survive, you want to hoard, you want to do all these other things. You want to do things that are contrary to freedom, which is in love, right? So when you are operating also in fear, there's that thing that says there's never enough. You always want to capture, you always want to possess. And we all know that possession is actually not a good thing I mean, if somebody's possessed, we know what that means. It's not actually something good. But when you are operating in the spirit of fear, you always want to possess. And it's always about this thing of there is never enough, right? I was wondering, I was working with some of my colleagues. We worked in theater a long long time ago. And I remember I would negotiate some of their contracts. When I was in theater, I would help some people negotiate their contracts, and I knew exactly what is the minimum salary for somebody that comes into theater. And I knew her salary based on how long she was there and what she does, right? And so I'm talking to her later in that in years after that, and she was like, oh, I don't have money. We were talking about basically money and different things, and she's like, I don't have money, and I'm like, what do you mean you don't have money? Which contract do you have? No, I have this contract, blah 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 blah, and I don't have money. I'm like, me at this point, I'm sitting there thinking, dude, you earn at least in a year, you earn run about 50,000 or 60,000. There are people who don't even earn that money who are starting in theater. What do you mean you don't have money? Just that matter of perception. And she couldn't even buy somebody else a coffee. She was all about, I have to count every cent. And then whereas you meet somebody, a friend of mine who's even looking for a job, and she buys you dinner, she wants to share what she has. Right? And it's always like that. When I first came to Germany, or when I first came to the Western world, I was just blown away by how everybody operates in that, they count every cent. When you come to the house, they count how many people are in the house, because they have to just cook enough to feed those people. War on you if you want to eat more, because there won't be food left, because they calculated 8 people. Right? So it's that spirit. And I'm wondering, I'm like, and these people that are calculating how many people are going to eat, we are at the doctor's house here. These 2 people are doctors. One is a dentist. The other one is something in the government, like high up in the government. How they're counting, I know it's not, I'm not talking about if you don't want to waste, but if you're like just nitpicking about everything, there's 8 people, we have to cook 8 potatoes. So war on anybody that comes later, they're not going to get food. Or war on, I guess, if they want more, there won't be more, So, and I was wondering, where is that coming from? Because for us, when you invite somebody for celebration, you make more than enough. If somebody else comes to join, they will have food. They can even take food home, right? But for somebody to sit there, calculate how many people are coming, and that they're not poor. These people are accomplished people, they're doctors and everything. And what they're doing is not because they don't want to waste, but it's that thing, they want to nitpick how many people are coming, blah, blah. And I'm like, what is that? What is that thing that I don't want to give more than I have to. It's that spirit. I don't want to give more than I have to, because I don't want to waste my money on you. You understand that concept? And I'm thinking, where is that coming from? But then when you dig deeper, you realize that it's coming from fear. Fear. People want to hoard everything. They would rather have 100 and take your one and add to their one instead of actually sharing their one. Yeah, you understand where that comes from? So it's really worth mentioning, because as we walk in the spirit of prosperity, love, guys, give of itself. Love gives. Love gives of itself and in itself. There's no way that you will say you love and you don't give. There's no way that you say that you love and then you don't give. You see it also in a way our Creator created everything. There's excess of everything. There's abundance. The spirit of prosperity is the spirit of giving. It's the spirit of giving. So you cannot operate in prosperity or want to be or become that prosperity without giving off of yourself, the energy, the love, everything. I mean, love gives. Right? So as we walk into our prosperity and in our beingness, as we become these beings that are living on purpose and purposefully, and we're making choices, we have to really evaluate when we make decisions, what is the spirit behind our decisions? What is the spirit operating behind our decisions? All right? So that spirit we have to evaluate. So we always are in an agreement with love. We're in an agreement with God. We're in agreement with good. All right? Because in prosperity is expansion. Abundance is expansion. Love is expansion. Love is discovery. Love is unending. Love is eternal. So when you walk in the spirit you are being in the spirit of prosperity, you have to know that that's the spirit of eternity. You cannot lack in love. You cannot lack in love. That's what happens in fear. That's why people hoard. That's why people hoard. That's why people are jealous, right? That's why people are envious, because there's that internal fear that manifests as jealousy, that they're not able to get something. So they're jealous of what you have because they believe they can't get something. Life can't give them anything. So they have to want your one. So the spirit of fear manifests as jealousy, as envy. Oh, he's too prosperous. Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? Oh, just because he has money, he thinks he can, where does that come from? Right? Everything is the fear that manifests as all these other things that we see, right? That are not necessarily, that are negative. Let me just say that, right? So if we are walking in prosperity, in the spirit of prosperity, we have to be in love. We have to be in love with everything. We have to be in love with creation. We have to be in love with everything, right? So because the spirit of love is that spirit that will make everything flow freely into your life. Everything, abundance will flow. Everything will flow freely into your life, and it will circulate. The spirit of love is that spirit that lets everything go, and everything is free to grow in love. Everything is free to grow and to experience itself in love and discover itself in love, because love is eternal, right? So your growth also is in love. You see people who are, I'm not saying, of course we're going to learn about financial freedom here. I'm not saying that you have to, but you always have to check, learn financial literacy and everything. But I'm just talking about the spiritual aspect of where you're operating. When you operate in the spirit of love, love creates. It attracts everything good. Love creates, it attracts everything good. So there's always flow. There's always flow in love. You see some people, you will wonder, they will give you their last coat and they will never lack. Because that's the spirit of love. They don't lack. They don't lack. And I'm not only talking about money. They don't lack. They have joy. They are so free. You wonder yourself, you have all this cars and money. You're like, but that guy doesn't have shoes. How is he so joyful? Why is he so happy? Why is he so content? Right? How is he sitting in who he is? But that's because love flows, guys. That love flows and it attracts good. It attracts good. So as we are now walking into our wealth and walking into that prosperity that most of us have been waiting for a long time, right? We've been waiting for financial freedom. A lot of people want financial freedom because then you're free to express yourself when the tools are there, when you have the right tools, right? Or you have the right enablement. Money is like basically a servant to help us do what and achieve the things that we want to achieve and to walk in purpose, right? So when we have this now coming into our life, you have to now evaluate the spirit that you operate in. Which spirit are you operating in? Because the spirit of prosperity never, ever, ever, ever operates in fear. It never operates in fear. So evaluate your decisions. What is inspiring your decisions? And when we give, are we going to be giving because we want to be seen by the whole world? It's like, look, I gave. Where are we? Which spirit is inspiring our actions now as we walk into our prosperity and we're walking into this more that we're walking into, right? This abundance. So what is the spirit that will be inspiring our actions and our decisions, right? So I just want us to all sit there and sit with it. Let's question our hearts. Let's question our hearts. Like I said, we have choices every day. We are faced with choices. Choices that serve love and life, or choices that serve death. It's written in the books, says, choose. I give you life or death. You have a choice every day of how you want to be. In your beingness, which spirit is operating behind everything that you do or the decisions that you're making, right? So all this goodness is coming into our lives, guys. But I want to guarantee you that last week I spoke about that the blessing of the Lord maketh rich and it adds no sorrow, right? So when this blessing comes now, is it going to add burden or is it going to be something that is going to grow? There's something that is going to inspire eternity love. Is it something that's going to build? Is it something that is going to open doors for other people that don't have opportunities? You will be their solution and their answer. Through, that blessing will flow through you. What are you going to operate under, guys? So we have two choices, the spirit of love or the spirit of fear. So I know here we have people who are going to operate in the spirit of love, but I just want us to be conscious when we make our decisions and question what is the spirit behind our decisions, guys. Decisions and everything. So thank you so much. Love is eternal. And in case somebody didn't tell you that they love you today, I want to tell you this. I love you so much. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Queen Sister Lerato, Shadare, Prosperity. And yes, For the spirit of love and fear, I chose the spirit of love. And yes, you just told us you love us, and we love you equally, unconditionally. And talking about the spirit of fear, fear of the unknown, because we do not know what's out there lurking in the dark, right? That's what scares us. It's natural. Thank you, sis. That's just outstanding. I don't know, every week you come up, you just blow me out of everything. I don't know what you're coming up with, but today, fear and love. Thank you. We love you so much. Not just for the voice, but the message that you share. The message you shared today, because every week is very, very unique. There is no comparison. And the love is unconditional. Right. Thank you, sis. And keep smiling. Right. Okay. All right. Hello, people. Thank you all so much for listening to Sister Lerato. And this is something you do not just get off the street. Huh? We are blessed that she has the time she has dedicated to spend with us and share the mindset with us. And the word is something that you have it, and she has it with her voice and is sharing with us. So let's appreciate that with one voice. Now we're moving to the next stage of our webinar. Now for those of you, and I think all of us who are here, we have seen the flyer, we've seen everything, the backdrop, and we have something that says Triple D. Can anyone guess what that means? We have talent in this house. ONPASSIVE has got talent. Am I right, Sister Dr. P?
Yes, you said it.
All right, thank you. I just needed a backup anchor. ONPASSIVE has gotten talent, and Dream Team has all of it. And the Triple D, we're referring in alphabetical order. It means Queen Sister Dr. Benny, King Dr. Derek, and Queen Sister Dr. Patience. We have those three that we refer to as the Triple Ds. Dr. Benny, Dr. Derek, and Dr. Patience. They have very unique, very, very unique specialization in lives, in their careers. I'm not going to say anything about their careers, but we all know that they're very well accomplished, they learn it, they have gone out of their way to learn things that will benefit each and every one of us, and have been benefiting each and every one of us in the forum and out of the forum, and especially within the ONPASSIVE family. So the next topic we have now is something that they will present to us. And in no particular order, we're calling on Dr. Benny, Dr. Patience, and Dr. Derek to present to us our fantastic, wonderful, outstanding product, O-Connect. And in no particular order, we have the three of them there for us, and each of them would dissect it the way that we did not expect. So please, let's open our eyes, let's open our minds. Just let's be mindful that what we're doing here is to educate each and every one of us, and we're calling on the three of them to empower us with their knowledge in this platform. Over to you, my dear Triple Ds. I love you all.
Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is excited. You saw the flyer, O-Connect Live, and we'll hopefully unfold that momentarily. So I'm going to call on my co-presenter, Dr. Benny and Dr. Derek, come on and say something.
Greetings to all my affiliates, our brand ambassadors, our queens and kings. I love you guys and happy Sunday.
Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our global, global ambassadors. Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Lerato, for such a wonderful presentation. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie, wonderful moderator. And of course, my co-presenters or my other presenters, which is the First Lady, Queen Dr. Benny, of course, and Queen Dr. Patience. And yes, the triple D is actually 3 doctors writing your 3 different prescription on OConnect. So thank you very much. Take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. And so we're going to start. The first 2 parts will kind of be different prescription theoretically, and the third part will be practical prescription. So we're going to start with the theoretical prescription, and we'll take a pause, and we'll go off YouTube, and we'll do the practical prescription. Okay, that's how it's going to go. So, my lady, the specialist of cyber security, the queen of presentation. Over to you, Dr. Benny Tinglet.
All right, Queen Dr. Pat, before I proceed, before I can share my screen, I want to thank Queen Lerato Shadare. Thank you so much for your magnificent presentation. We appreciate you. We love you. I also want to thank our Queen Debbie. You know, I love you with all my heart. And I want to thank all our viewers, all our founders here. I'm not sure, I shouldn't say founders. Our founding members, our brand ambassadors, our affiliates for coming. I want to also thank you all that you guys decided to join ONPASSIVE. The reason is because we have 8 billion humans, 8 billion plus humans on Earth, but only 1.4 million decided to join ONPASSIVE. But the first person I want to thank at this moment is our Heavenly Father, who brought all of us this morning. We all woke up this morning, right? I'm breathing, right? Because He wants me to stay alive and come and talk to you guys and to say, I love you all. We are all breathing because He wants us to breathe. We are all here because He knows that we will not be selfish. Because He sent our visionary to all of us, Mr. Ash Mufarem. Mr. Ash decided to share his vision to all of us, and he wants all of us also to share it to others, if you guys are willing to do such a thing. Our CEO is here to correct corruption, eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. And he made a statement, either I do or I die. You guys know he's not afraid of anything, right? Our CEO is not. Because the force keep talking to him. Most of the time, whenever I come here, I talk about God. I know that not everybody believes in Him. I do, because I'm alive at the moment. I want to thank Him. I also want to thank our tech brothers and sisters in Hyderabad, Dubai, and Egypt. They spend sleepless nights just to make us happy. Please, you guys need to thank them. You guys need to pray to our CEO and his entire family for all that he's doing. Thank his wife for supporting him, right? Okay. We want to thank our COO as well, Brother Kamal. We all love you. Okay. Brother Nazel, Professor Susan. At this moment, you guys know that our first product or first solution is OConnect. The way I'm going to present mine, hopefully you guys will understand. Because if I said OConnect is HD, which is high definition, right? Now I'm going to define what high definition is. OConnect is audio visual. I'm going to define also what audio is or visual is, conferencing, so that people who don't understand what it is, they will, at this moment, will know. I'm just trying to break it down so that we can all understand. So please give me a moment and I'm going to share you my screen. But the first thing I want to say, I love you guys with all my heart, mind, and soul. Are you guys ready? Okay. Well, this is the beginning, right? You guys can see what is OConnect. What does it offer us? References.
Dr. B, just put in presentation mode, please, if you don't mind.
I thought I did. Okay. Right. You guys can see the beginning, right? Let me just start from here. Okay. As I stated before, I'm going to say, what is OConnect? OConnect is an audio video conferencing tool. So I'm going to explain what audio is. Audio is a term used to describe any sound or noise in a range the human ear is capable of hearing. Measured in hertz, the audio signal on a computer is generated using what? A sound card and heard through the speaker or headphones. You guys can see the headphones, right? Yeah. All right. Any digital information with speech or music stored on and played through what? A computer is known as an audio file or sound file. Now, when it comes to the audio video conferencing tool, let me give you, okay. The video conferencing tools are applications that allow users, you and I, and any, to communicate and collaborate online using video and audio. Now, some examples of video conferencing tools are as follows. You guys know about Microsoft Teams, right? With Homeland Security and the rest, some of them, they are using Microsoft Teams. Hopefully, pretty soon, they will know about OConnect and they will purchase it. Then we have Zoom, we have WebEx meetings, and whereby, no, we do have a lot of them, but I don't want to really, you guys know what Zoom is, right? Okay, I'm just gonna move to the next. Okay. OConnect is an HD, which is high definition. So what is HD? HD, which is the high definition, it describes any video with a resolution. Hey, now, what is resolution? Resolution is a measurement of the number of pixels, picture elements, or individual points of color that can be contained on a display screen or in a camera sensor. In practical in terms, resolutions describes the sharpness or clarity. You guys know how we always talk about ONPASSIVE as quality, high quality, and clarity. Yes. So, of an image or picture, it is expressed in terms of the number of pixels that can be displayed both horizontally and vertically. All right. Greater than standard definition video. While high definition has a broad choice possibility. It can also refer to as a specific high resolution, such as 1920 by 1080 pixels. And what is pixels?
My God.
It's simply the basic unit or a tiny square of programmable color on a computer display or digital image. The term comes from the word picture and element. Now, if you zoom in on an image, on the image, you can see that each little pixel is a specific color, type, or shape. So pixels are a combination of colors in the RGB, which R stands for red, G is for green, and B for blue, color spectrum. Okay. So what is O-Connect again? We are going to continue with this resolution. Resolution is an important factor to measure the visual quality of digital images, the photos and videos. A higher resolution signifies the picture contains more, I always try to pronounce this, pixels, which means it can display more visual information. As a result, a high-resolution picture is sharper and clearer than a low-resolution one. So I believe that O-Connect has a high resolution. So resolution is also used to assess the visual quality of various hardware devices. It has computer, monitors, digital signal, TVs, mobile devices, and printers. Okay. Like I stated, O-Connect, it continues. It's an audio and video conferencing technology created by ONPASSIVE that offers clarity and quality for online and hybrid courses. To enhance user experience, O-Connect offers its users a dashboard to control use for follow-up attendance and meeting chat features. And as we all know, that Dr. Derek is going to really teach us more about the dashboard. And our Dr. Patient will go to the webinar to go to O-Connect to create us the webinar. Another noteworthy function of O-Connect is the support for one-click upload and on-demand viewing in the tool. Users can capture what it displays on the platform and take screenshot using screenshot option. Additionally, O-Connect offers a real-time collaboration and gives users the option of dual screen sharing, which makes it more effective. Another crucial component is that reliably converts speech to text via the application programming interface. Now, what is that application programming interface? It is a system of tools and resources in an operating system enabling developers to create software application. As we all know about those developers, right? They are the one working, developing our tools, our solutions to make us happy, the developers. And then you have the quality assurance that they want to make sure that everything is working. And all of us, that we are beta testers. So we are testing all these, our solutions now to make sure that it's working. And if there is any complaint now, the developers will go back now and rewrite the codings to make sure everything is perfect, right? So one of O-Connect's feature is that the emoji, which provides an illustrated version of the user's idea. Users of regional languages can better understand foreign languages thanks to the automatic language translation feature. OConnect aims to offer a better and easier approach to maintaining connections in the virtual world. So when I talk about virtual world, it is a computer-based online community environment that is designed and shared by individuals so that they can interact in what? In a custom-built, stimulated world. Users interact with each other in this stimulated world using what? Text-based, two-dimensional or three-dimensional graphical models called what? Avatar. You know, Dr. Derry always talk about the avatar, and look at him now. He is using the avatar. Can you guys see him? That's Dr. Derry. Now, avatars are graphically rendered using computer graphics image or any other rendering technology. Individuals' controls are avatars using input devices like the keyboard, mouse, and other specially designed command and stimulation gadgets. Today's virtual worlds are purpose built for entertainment, social, educational, training, and various other purposes. Today's consumers want global connectedness and the best video conferencing tools for businesses. The high definition audio and video conferencing application, OConnect, was created again by ONPASSIVE, and it offers unmatched clarity and quality for what? Each virtual connection. Right. I hope I am not rushing. Did I? Okay, hold on. All right. So what should user monitors and track? Each user, you and I, may monitor and keep track of their actions in the simplest way possible with OConnect, thanks to its comprehensive dashboard. The tool may easily send out invitations, share two screens, integrate external links, and add people to the conference without any constraint. Now, without cooperation is made simpler by the tool in a number of ways. To eliminate any language barrier. So what is it? Language barrier, in the most basic and simplistic use of the term, is the lack of a common language that prevents two or more people from speaking to or understanding each other through the verbal communication. While many types of language barriers appear in society. So let me give you an example of that. Most of the time, you know, when I saw this, then I said, I thought about Chinese. Then when I look at it, I say, sorry. All right. An English-speaking person traveling in China and encountering people who only speak Chinese could be said to be facing a language barrier in her effort to communicate. The Chinese citizen may understand her gesture for things like phone or water, but in terms of a shared common language, they have none. These barriers normally occur between people who speak different languages or have different native languages in a single place of meeting or communicating. For example, a barrier can occur between English and language-speaking person and a foreign language-speaking person, like someone who speaks English while somewhere in the US that speak what? English as a major native language in the area. Between participants, OConnect offers what? Automatic voice and text services in a variety of languages. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I am coming, let's say, in conclusion, I would say O-Connect enables AI, which is artificial intelligence, by ONPASSIVE. It improves the outcome of every virtual meeting by making the world smaller, and distance less of a barrier, and offers what? A flawless connection with the unmatched O-Connect. Now, some of the ONPASSIVE products or solutions are O-Bless, O-Mail, O-Academy, O-Connect, O-Tracker, O-Net, or desk, or domain, or create, or deed, or shop, or counting, or wallet. And just to let you guys know that more and more all this, all that will be coming because of the knowledge that our CEO has, right? Based upon here in United States, I always said our federal government, state government, financial institution, educational, the health, our CEO is thinking what we all need all over the globe, and more of the all this, all that will be created. So our Dr. Derek will now explain in detail about the key features. You guys know what he has done, right? And our Dr. Pat will now teach us more and more hands-on to create a webinar, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And I just want to let you guys know where I got all my information from ONPASSIVE, www.onpassive.com, SoundSite, computerhub.com, speech to text, where I got my information from, AWS, Amazon. Then I got my other information about language barrier from Classroom, then virtual world definition. This, you guys can see where I got my information from. I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and everyone for listening. Thank you all. I love you all.
Whoa, Queen Dr. Benny. What a great, excellent presentation. Where is Dr. D? Answer
Dr.
your
D
name.
has the avatar. Look at him. Remember, I talked to you guys about avatar. Look at him right there. Thank you all.
Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our wonderful global ambassadors. Really appreciate that presentation. Kicking off the ball with First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. That was awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. As we would say, awesome sauce or awesome sauces. Oh my goodness. Let me just 4 by 3. All right. And so what we're just going to first elaborate a little on what First Lady Queen Dr. Benny just presented. We're just going to elaborate a little bit on it first of all, and then we get into my everything is my presentation still, but I just want to kind of make the transition, and the transition of course start with the whole aspect of video, because everything now has to do with videos. you're on WhatsApp, you want to see the person. You're on Zoom, you want to see the person. Show your video. Everybody wants to see who is speaking, so to speak. That is the age that we reach right now, that we want to see who we are speaking with. All right. And so most of us, I should think, that is here presently, remember the little black and white TV. I should think everyone remember, and no Queen Lily Lane remember the black and white TV. Definitely. All right. And this had a ratio. It had a ratio of 4 by 3, right? And which the resolution of what Dr. Benny was talking about, the resolution of that 4:3 ratio, that was a standard definition, as she pointed out earlier, a standard definition, which is 480 by 480, right? Which is just four, in other words, it's 480 little dots on the width and 480 dots on the length, or from the bottom of your screen to the top of the screen is the last figure, and from the left of your screen to the right of your screen is the first figure, right? So that is how you look at resolutions, right? So the resolution was 480 by 480 for standard definition. So that would be back in the black and white TV days when my brother, with his ingenuity, what he used to do is that he used to get those pretty paper. I don't know if you remember those pretty paper days, but he used to get those pretty paper and put, so everything was blue when he put blue over the black and white TV screen. Everything was red when you put the red pretty paper over the black and white TV screen. So that was how we got colored. That was how we got colored TV back in the days. All right. So if you don't know about that, try it out. No, we're a little more advanced than that. Okay. Now, when we left from the standard definition, as First Lady Queen Dr. Benny stated, that we went into high definition. Now, high definition started from 720. That was where high definition started. So it's not a big jump from the 480 to 720, but the quality, if you can remember your first color TV, hey, boy, if you can remember your first color TV, that was in 720 pixels, then oh my goodness, you see that you were it's like you were in a different world. We consider people who had color TV rich, very rich people. And then of course we left from 720. Most people remember 1080. So 1080 was a little bit more bigger, right, with the width and the length from 720, from 1080, from the top of the TV to the bottom of the TV, that was actually 720. And from the left of the TV to the right of the TV, that was 1080. So 1080p, which means 1080 pixels. And that was a wonderful quality of picture. And then high definition went a little further. High definition went to 1440. That's another level of high definition. And then we went into high definition 2K, which you are now seeing on the screen, which is 1920. So that was 1,920 little dots, right from left to right, and 1,080 dots from, when you count the dots them, from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen. Then 2K was not enough. We gone into 4K. And let me stop right here for a little, because that is where ONPASSIVE O-Connect is. ONPASSIVE O-Connect is at the 4K resolution, which is 3840 by 2160. So 3840, 3,840 little dots. If you count up all the dots, and those were some, it has to be some very small dots. You understand? But that is how now you get the sharpness and the crispness and the wonderful picture that you see with a 4K TV or a 4K monitor. It's much, much crisper and better and bigger, better, lovelier quality. And of course, you have 5K, 8K, and up to 10K. Oh my goodness. When you're into 10K, you know, you might don't even want to leave from in front of that screen. But anyway, right. So we are operating in Oconic on the 4K, which is 3840. And so therefore, when we look at the 4 different views, the 4 different views in Oconic, the first view that we're going to just quickly look at is the attendee view. That is the view where ONPASSIVE corporate, right? When you're having that corporate meeting, this is where most of us are placed, or this is the link that is sent out to the general ONPASSIVE founding members, right? And this is the view. So you just have 5 little buttons at the bottom, which from left to right, it's chat, screen capture, emojis, and prompter. And of course, the exit button to leave the meeting, right? Chat, as you know, it's to type in the chat. You say, type in the chat, blah, 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 blah. Screen capture is just like the screen capture on your phone to capture your screen at the present moment. And of course, emojis is that lovely little things that is floating up on the left-hand side mostly of our screen when you press on an emoji. And prompter is a televised way of putting something on your screen that you can maybe give a lecture or something like that. All right. So one of the things that persons in attendee view is not doing is finding this ribbon, finding this band that is going across the screen right here with the speaker. If you notice, the speaker is disabled. So you have to whether shake your mouse, touch your phone screen or something so that you can actually see that band or see that ribbon that is going across about 1/3 up from the bottom of the screen with speaker, live, picture in picture, and full screen. That is what you need to see, and then you need to uncheck that speaker or enable that speaker. If you don't enable the speaker, you will not be able to hear anything that is happening in the meeting. So that is very, very important. Very important. All right. The next view is the speaker view. The speaker view, obviously, you see that it has a lot more buttons. It actually has 9 buttons that shows up when everything is full. It starts out with 5, 9, 7. It starts out with 7 buttons, or 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It starts out with 6 buttons until the host unmute the mic and unmute the video and the background push up its lovely clean self. Then you will only have 6 buttons, but in total you will have 9 buttons when the host enable the mic and the video, and of course the background come with the video. So therefore, one thing that you need to do when you enter the meeting is that you need to, if your name is not there already, you need to type in your name, right? If that screen doesn't pop up, it means that something is wrong. Not really wrong, but one of the things that could be the situation at the time is that the hosts have not clicked on AV view, and we soon come to that. So let us go to the co-host. The co-hosts, right, along with the host, have all 25 buttons. You know, it was 24 before, but since of late, they have added the emojis on the co-host and on the host, which was never there before. So that has been taken care of. And just like the co-host, this AV view button, which is the first button on the far left, at the bottom, AV view. If the host, the co-host can't do that, let me just go to the host screen from now. If the host, on entering the meeting, on entering the OConnect meeting, if the host did not click on this AV view and to allow or to enable the audio video of the entire webinar or conference, then no one will be able to speak on the mic. Actually, you wouldn't even see the mic. You will not see the video. And of course, you will not be able to enter your name and, you know, and your country. So it is very important that as the host enters the meeting, you click on the AV view. And if you don't do that also, as the host, you will not be able to see anyone in your meeting. You might see the numbers over there on the top right, but you will not be able to see that video display of the persons in the meeting, right? And so you would need to first allow or enable the AV view, audio video view, right? So you can get that crisp 3840 resolution screaming in your, and of course, if you don't have a 4K TV or a 4K monitor on your laptop or on your computer, then you know you will not be able to see the 4K resolution. All right, so when you're buying your next computer or your next laptop, please ensure that the display is that 4K quality, which, as I said, is 3840. The host will need to activate the mic. After the AV view, activate the mic or enable the mic, enable the video, enable the chat, and enable the emojis so that everyone can be able to use those 4 features in OConnect. From left to right, and this is for host and co-host at the bottom, from left to right, audio video view, presentation. So if you have a PowerPoint or things like that, you will put it in there. You'll soon see all that practicality by our queen, Dr. Patience. And whiteboard, of course, is so that you can, you know, do whatever calculations or any drawings or anything right on the fly. Whiteboard is whiteboard that you use in a classroom. It was, first of all, it was the chalkboard. I know that a few persons might not remember the chalkboard, right, Queen Lily? A lot of persons might not remember the chalkboard, but yes, it was a chalkboard that they turned into a whiteboard because they realized that the chalk was giving children a lot of, you know, respiratory problems, and so they changed the chalkboard to that whiteboard, and you have the white mark on the whiteboard, eraser, and those things. So that same whiteboard that is in the classroom, it's just now a digital whiteboard that is on OConnect. That's it, right? Video, so that you can upload a video, whether it's on your computer or it is on, whether it's on your hard drive, I should say, whether it's on your hard drive or it is a URL from a browser, right? Like YouTube or those places. You can just copy the URL and paste it right into video, and bam, you can show that video right there, streaming into OConnect. Polls and survey. Oh mercy, poll. I can't spell. Anyway, it's supposed to be POLL. Polls and survey, right? And you know what a poll is to get a feedback from who is in the meeting. Questions. Questions is a special area that you don't have to put questions in the chat you can write those questions in that special area. Call to action and push a link, putting those two things together because they are kind of the same. It's just that one of them, there's a timer.
On flight.
Dr. Derek, you're muted. Please unmute yourself, please.
Right. Okay. So, and as I said, the chat is regular chat, and you type in your chat, hi, hello, and what have you. Emojis, as we explained earlier, emojis for us, emojis don't just come in the chat like what we know emojis do in other webinar platform. No, our emojis float around in our OConnect dashboard, which is so awesome. Record, which means you can record this meeting, and more likely that feature will be on the paid product. And you have screen share, where you can share whichever individual screen you want, specific screen that you want to share, or you want to share your entire window. Mic, self-explanatory, so that you can speak and we will hear. Video, so that you can put on your video so that we can see you, like how you are seeing me now, because I enable my video on Zoom, right? Background, so that you can put a background behind you, and you know, so we don't see your kitchen table and your whatever, you know, we don't see all of that, right? And invite attendee. Now, this invite attendee is for persons who are not presently in the meeting, and you want to send them a shout to come to this meeting right now, so to speak. So maybe you might be there and you're keeping a managerial meeting for your workplace or wherever, your business, and this particular general manager is not in the meeting. So you just send him right there from the meeting, the invite to come directly to the meeting. Click on the link and put in him information, and he's in the meeting. Themes, so that the theme of the general space that is on the OConnect, it can change to a different theme. Background music, where you can play a nice background music depending on what the webinar is about. So if the webinar is about anniversary or happy birthday or things like that, you can play a nice background music there to complement whatever you are doing. And prompter, did I say that already? Prompter is so that you can actually have words on the prompter so that you can speak as if you know what you are saying. Just like how when I'm using PowerPoint, a lot of the PowerPoints that I use, I also have some notes that is actually on the PowerPoint, but you can't see them. You can see those notes that is on the PowerPoint. So yes, you see that I'm flowing in my presentation, but some of the time it's notes I'm reading from, because you know, it helps to keep the mind and the whole presentation flowing. So it's the same thing. The prompter, you have it on the screen. No one else can see your prompter and what you have on the screen, but you are reading, but you are saying it in such fluency that, oh my goodness, this man is a good presenter. No, we're reading, okay? Timer is to give the person who create the time and to the person who gets the time. Those are the two persons that see the timer. So the timer is not for everybody at the same time. Calculate or calculator, yeah, self-explanatory, is for you to calculate right there. So you don't have to go to Google Chrome or so to pull up a calculator, or go to your app store to pull up a calculator. No, you'll have a calculator right there. So if you're having a business meeting and the finance person come on, you can do the calculations right there in the meeting. Everybody's seeing what you're calculating, etc., etc. screen capture, the same thing, so that you can actually capture the screen, just like your phone capture. Resound, everybody is familiar with resound by now, because, oh my goodness, everybody is on fire, 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 and all of those things. So everybody is into the resound. And ticker, right? Sometimes, if you might notice, words running at the bottom or a little bit above the buttons, words running, that is how they get that ticker, to display those words running just a little bit above the buttons. And of course, the exit is self-explanatory. It means you are going to exit the meeting. Now, for the host would not have exit, because the host cannot exit the meeting. The host, once the host click on that button out there, the host is going to end the meeting, actually. So for the host, it's not exit for the host, it is end the meeting. All right. And that would be it for that. Now, one of the things that a lot of persons are not understanding with respect to where their internet connection is concerned is that a lot of people look at the download speed, and that's all they look at. And my download speed is good. But a next thing that we need to look at is the ping, because the ping actually, the next word for ping would be latency. So anyhow your ping or your latency is above 20, and the more above 20 is the worse your internet connectivity is. So even though your download speed might be 259 megabytes per second, nice, lovely. But if your latency is also 130 or something like that, weird, right? If it is all the way up there, then of course your latency will be very, very far apart. So which means you're getting your internet connection at a far milliseconds per milliseconds, right? So that is what the MS is, milliseconds. So for argument's sake, you have 368 on your download speed, right? But your ping is 215. Then listen, you're going to get buffering even worse than if your download speed was 100 and your ping was 11. That is a good connection. So don't just look at your download speed, also get familiar with your ping or your latency. Try to get those information from your service provider. These information you should have, because if you do a speed test, and how to do a speed test, right? It's easy how to do a speed test, right? You just go to a browser, and in the address bar, you just put speed test, SPEED TEST, and you click enter, and that's it. You come up with this. This is one of the best one to use, the most accurate one, which is by Ookla, right? Click on that one, and I think it has an app also, so you can download the app on your smartphone, right? And you just click on go, bam, and it starts to run the show, bam, 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 and you know, all right, that's terrible. Yeah. All right. So, all right. That's about 90. Yeah. Roughly 90. All right. So that is 91 megabytes per second. That's the download. Right. But as I said, this is also what you need to look at. This one, the 17. Anyhow it goes above 20, then start to worry. Especially if this is in 50 and 60 and 70 and all of those lovely prices, because that must be a price for something, right? Anytime you see this going up more than 20, then it is a concern and you need to call your service provider. So please know how much speed you are getting, because right now this for me is not good. Yes, 91, hey, 91 megabytes per second. No, but I'm paying for 500, right? So right now I'm going to call them later, because I am paying for 500 and all them giving me is not even 100. So that is not good, right? And they're going to ask you, oh, is this hardwired or is it Wi-Fi? Well, this is hardwired, so it needs to be better than that, far better. All right, 400 and something. You might not get the full 500, fine, but 400 and something ballpark. Don't give me no 100, right? So I'm going to have to call them later, because this is not good. So know how much you are paying for. Please know how much you are paying for your internet speed, right? And check your internet speed regularly. And if your latency or the ping is less than, or sorry, more than 20 milliseconds, then you know you need to talk to your service provider, because that would not be a good webinar. I mean, a good connection, internet connectivity. Okay. If we remember this picture that maybe I showed sometime in sometime in guest webinars, all the way from guest webinars, and we look at the quality of video in Zoom. And remember, we said that with OConnect, we are not using the platforms that other persons are using. We are using what is known as WebRTC. WebRTC, which is web real-time communication. So our communication between computer to computer, media communication, is far more superior and quality is at its best. And we have now 100% attest to that quality in the media of ONPASSIVE OConnect. So that is what we use, the WebRTC. And so with OConnect, awesome, really awesome platform that we are using. I thank you very much. Really appreciate the patience with me on this journey with OConnect between so far First Lady Queen Dr. Benny and myself. Over to you once again, Queen Dr. Patience.
Wow. We started with a beautiful, wonderful presentation of the mindset. And I don't know what you chose, but I know I did not choose fear. And then we went to a beautiful presentation by our double Ds. But the triple part of it is going to wait a little bit. And we're going to go to the last part to complete the triple D, the third prescription, just a little bit. So before we go to the third prescription, where's Sister Mama McCormick? I call her Mama McCormick because she's just like a mommy hen, mother hen, protecting all her chick. Can you just let us know what we're going to use, what we're going to do in the interim before we go to the third part of OConnect Live? Where's Mama McCormick?
She's in the house. Hey. She's in the house, Sister Queen Dr. Patience. Well, I have to start by, first of all, thanking Queen Sister Dr. Benny for the definition. Everything that you poured out there, thanking our CEO, thanking the Almighty for giving us the breath we're breathing today, and also to thank Dr. Derek for everything he's done, and also to thank our sister, Dr. P. Let me ask each and every one of us who is currently signed in. We are 174 of us and counting. Have you been to any forum where we have Dr. this, Dr. that, Dr. this, Dr. that, 3+, and they can give you everything in a nutshell? Please tell me which one it is, because I've been to most of them. Jesus of Nazareth, we are blessed. We are honored. Talk about ONPASSIVE has got talent. We have it. Take it or leave it. When 2 or 3 are gathered, let's preach the word. Amen, church. If you are not a Christian, if you are not a believer, you believe in ONPASSIVE. If you did not believe in ONPASSIVE, will you be on this journey with us? The answer is no. You are on this journey because you believe in our CEO, Mr. Ashmofare's dream, which is no one is left behind, regardless of age, regardless of name, regardless of belief, and regardless of anything, social status. That does not count here. If you are a CEO or whatever, this is where you drop off that CEO hat and you become an affiliate, a global ambassador, and a global affiliate. So thank you all so much. You have been so patient in listening to our last triple Ds. You've heard all their voices. 2 and 1. 2 and 1 means our 2 sisters and our 1 brother. All of them in one. We are so blessed. So the next thing we have to, the next stage that I will share with you, we're moving to, is to listen to the updates, and then we'll finish and complete our final stage, which will be in O Connect. But for now, please, let's welcome our one and only brother, who is always on his feet and born ready to serve. So we can listen to our updates from the corporate side before we proceed to the next segment of today's webinar. Thank you, and over to you, Dr. D.
Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, and a lot of love to our brand ambassador, our global ambassadors. Our global ambassadors. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie. Really appreciate it. And of course, once again, thank you very much, Lerato Shadare, for that awesome mindset. Because listen, the only place you're going to get the mindset is Dream Team. So listen, come to Dream Team, right? Few other places give the mindset, because we recognize that the mindset is very important, more important than just getting money. Because we have seen that a lot of people get money and they just waste it. They just waste. My great grandmother Dingy would have said, easy come, easy go. All right, so let us have the right mindset. Let us, right, Ruth? Ruth, let us have the right mindset. Queen Ruth, let us have the right mindset. Wonderful. Thank you very much. And of course, First Lady Queen, Dr. Benny, awesome presentation. But right now, we are going to turn our focus on updates. A lot of us, it wasn't a corporate update because it wasn't on the corporate webinar. We haven't have a corporate webinar for a little while now. Don't worry, we have seen the development in our ecosystem, the developments in our ecosystem, and we recognize that, oh my goodness, these people are working round the clock. You go to your bed and you wake up back the next morning and the whole thing changed, looking prettier and more magnifico. So we're just going to give you a little updates of what has conspired or transpired or inspired since this week. The update was given on 360 degrees with Ashmofare, and it was a little a little pep talk that he gave and some juicy information. So between myself and our illustrious Queen Miriam Edwards EA, just say a few words there, Queen Miriam.
Hello, everyone. It's a wonderful day, and just to say thank you, Queen Lerato Shadare Prosperity, for that wonderful mindset, love or fear. I am walking in the way of love because love is like a fountain that's continue to flow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Patience, for this wonderful platform we can share, learn, and just ready to run off the runway with our great products and services that is offered to us. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Miriam. Really appreciate. Okay, so at this time, we are, of course, going to look at a few updates that was given.
Mr. Ash Mufari, MIT, May 31st, 2023. Stay away from imposing your will on others, and the higher your value, the more successful you will be. Our beloved Jean Aliva is a great leader, and she was recognized at some point.
If you be
You're muted, Dr. Derek.
One, two, three. Hello.
Yes.
All right. Mercy. Okay. All right. If you believe in what you are doing, even in small ways, stay consistent and give in your own way, and you will succeed. No matter what, be yourself. Do not fake it till you make it. Let me say that again, because a lot of time we hear these things in other business. Fake it till you make it. That's not good business ethics. That's not even good human ethics. Why should I fake something? No, be yourself. That is not ethical to fake anything. Not ethical. Not biblical either. And not ethical. Dripping water consistently over time cracks mountains.
Amen.
Hey! Oi! Oi!
It gets better when you're backed by a tribe like ONPASSIVE. It will yield to massive success. You will have my link to you this week. Can I say that again?
Yes.
Will have my links linked to you this week. We are starting with over 2 million customers. We will have earth-shattering numbers when you start using these.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if you open a barber shop, Queen Miriam, and you go to your barber shop the next morning to open your barber shop, and you see 1,000, we're not even talking 1 million. You see 1,000 people line up at your beauty salon door, ready to come in. Oh my goodness. What a sin thing.
What a sin thing.
Hey. Whoa. Mr. Nazel say he has a big nuclear bomb for us in India. Remember, best moments, they went from sponsorship to partnership. with the government of UAE, United Arab Emirates, expanding into Egypt with those great pyramids and continuing to other countries.
We did a fancy car show, which was step 1 with the Magils, and we are going international. Supercars became part of the family. Atlantis, the Royal in Dubai, where Beyonce did her concert, is going to be in the deal too. Amazing.
Let us just take a little excerpt of that concert that Beyonce did in Atlantis, the Royal.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is just one of the cheapest suites in the Atlantis, the Royal. The one that Beyonce stayed in was actually 100 million. let me say that again.
Wow.
Let me say that again. 100 million per night. Why? So you know, say Beyonce had to make some money at that concert.
Oh yes.
For her to pay for that room. And actually, that one Dege concert, we're talking about she putting in her pocket 24 million. One concert. Can you imagine? You work one concert, Queen Shadare, one concert, and you get 24 million. My goodness, me stop work for the rest of my life. So this is the beauty. This is the beauty of that type of a lifestyle. Go on, continue.
We are going to have several parades in several countries, and we will be there. We are honored and delighted to be one family. So you are going to see all these Lamborghinis with ONPASSIVE logos and the cars of that club's members. We are going to have several events powered, sponsored by
ONPASSIVE. Beautiful. Just to give you a little more info on that Supercar Majlis Club. It's a club. It's not we buying supercars. It is an established club that is in Dubai. There are 37 million persons that are in that club all across the world, all across the globe. And all you need, well, one of the major things you need to join that club is to be the owner of a supercar. So if you're an owner of a supercar, then you can actually join that Supercar Majlis Club that is based in Dubai. And so therefore, one more addition to Supercar is that ONPASSIVE has been chosen by the Dubai police to represent them at their big event. Can you imagine? police, and listen, this is no dibby type of police where I drive around in Toyota Corolla. No. Or Ford. No. These police in Dubai actually drive around in Lamborghinis.
Wow.
Bugattis.
Wow.
All right? Those are the cars that these police, we're not talking about the police commissioner. We're talking about regular police officer. Okay? Last year, we secured the biggest marketing campaign, and now we have almost signed for something that is 100 times bigger. Now, what can be 100 times bigger? I don't know, but we will soon see.
We are going live as a paid product or connect shortly.
Woo!
Yes. Shout again.
Woo!
Awesome. As a mobile app, desktop, and a web app and responsive, more AI, artificial intelligence driven components, a little bit of a different appeal and more features just about any time. We are integrating as we speak SSO, which is the single sign-on, and O Tracker is also being integrated. O Desk is following them this month.
Nice. Our EKYC is being fine-tuned. Tweet, tweet. Is now going to be a product that can be resold. You understand that every business uses this EKYC, you know, because you have to know your customer so that whatever business you are doing, the transaction can be done. You know, so all of these MLM companies, they have to do a EKYC. All right. So it's not just ONPASSIVE. It's like every company that does business has to do a EKYC. Customers will be verified free, and they will get a verified icon all for free. You will have a choice to become a distributor of that service. Oh my goodness, we never get that one. You and I as global ambassadors will have a choice to become a distributor of that service, that EKYC service. You and I, you see, we are just focused. You see, all I'm saying it, you know, one person excited and is Miriam, Queen Miriam. Nobody else not excited because they don't have a clue, because all we are looking at is, oh, I wonder if we're going to get team bonus, and we're going to get bonus for the all founders that are introduced to the company as founders. Am I going to get any bonus on that? Because we are focused on just that.
No, they're being respectful because you're talking. They don't want to shout while you're talking. So they're waiting on us to finish.
Oh, okay. But I thought I would see some hands going up, like, you know. I thought I'd see some. All right. Well, all right. Yeah. All right then. Queen Miriam, if you say so, go ahead then.
You will be able to offer this service to companies.
Yes.
There is a chance that other organizations will want this service. That's the EKYC we're talking about.
Yes.
You sell it to them. It could be a life-changing revenue to your family. Schools, banks, etc., potentially in June as well.
You see, we still don't understand this whole thing about EKYC, you know, because you see, we just don't have a clue. But every company, every institution, let me put it this way, every institution that does money transaction, they have to have an EKYC done. Yes. So you might not know, but the Bursa, like, all right, school, how school use EKYC? Don't you pay your school fee?
Yes, online.
So you don't think that when you pay the school fee to the school, you don't think them have to do something with that school fee?
Oh, yes.
Okay, right. And so therefore they need a EKYC now to move that money around. So every institution that deals with money has to do a EKYC. So this is big and this is awesome. And you can, one school, two government place, two business. Oh my goodness. This is here. It is here. It is here. Meaning the life products. Huh?
And it is here to stay.
And it's here to stay. Yes. Life products are coming in. And now it is upon you to keep yourself abreast. We have always said, and we know that three of those life product or physical product, right, is one, camera, two, a webcam, and three, headphone. We know of those three so far. So physical life products will be coming. We had always said prepare around 250. And we know we have heard that over and over again. We always say that in our guest webinar, all the way from guest webinar days, to pay for our products and to activate our account. Now, here is the good news. You will not need that much. See that? Nobody excited. Not a soul excited. Oh, Dr. Patience. All right. You won't need no 250. You don't need that. All right. And so that's the good news. Nothing short of insanity.
That is insane.
Hey.
A credit bank of $97 is just the tip of the iceberg. Additionally, good things will be announced shortly. Checking to make sure they are fully legal before announcing them. We can transfer to your bank practically in any legal tender bank account worldwide.
See it again, Queen Miriam. I don't see nobody excited for that one.
No,
everybody. No, watch this now, Queen Miriam. Watch this now. Everybody asks the question. So, me going to get my money in Lagos? Me going to get, so what me going to get my money in the UK? Well, how me going to get my money in UK? How me going to get my money in Lagos? How me going to get my money? Everybody outside the US ask that question, And no. We can transfer your bank practically in any legal tender bank account worldwide. And nobody was excited.
As the little boy said, listen, Linda, listen. I'm going to say, listen, ONPASSIVians, listen. A credit back of $97 is just the tip of the iceberg. Additionally, good things will be announced shortly. Checking to make sure they are fully legal before announcing them. We can transfer to your bank practically in any legal tender bank account worldwide.
So if your legal tender is peso, you get it. If it is Lagos, you get it.
Yes.
If it is in dollars, you get it.
Yes.
If it is in yen, you get it.
Yes.
If it is in silver, sterling, you get it.
Yes.
If it is in pound, you get it.
Yes.
If it is in Jamaican, you get it.
Yes.
If it is Eastern, you get it. If it is, oh come on, man!
All of them.
The MasterCard, the MasterCard and Visa logo you are seeing around are not yours. But we will have better looking ones coming this year, and they will be revolutionize everything.
Everything.
Miriam again.
No, they're waiting. They're holding their breath. They're waiting.
Make we done. All right. We will have both royalty and loyalty program where you get a percentage of all the shopping volume. All right, Lily Lane excited. Nice, Queen Lily excited for that. Because, you see, we are not we are not singers, so we're not gonna get no royalty on a song. Well, I guess Queen Lerato can get Queen Lerato can get some royalty on the songs that she sing. We have nothing to get. All right, so when I hear I go and get royalty, because Michael Jackson dead and him still I get royalty.
Yes.
That is how powerful royalty is. But we don't understand that, you know, because we just got a job. We just got a job and go home. That's all we do, you know. Got a job, get to like a paycheck and go home. Got a job, get to like a paycheck, go home. So when you hear things like royalty and those things don't mean a thing to us right now. But it's all right, because we're still looking at how many levels we're going to get paid for. That's we're mind stuck there. So that's where we're stuck. All right, beautiful, nice.
People will have a way to do business. For selling the products, there will be compensation. But for the merchants or entities who choose to accept payment by our solution, there will be a royalty program where you will get a percentage on all the shopping volume by that merchant and more.
Why? All right, watch your example now. Watch your example. Red made a deal with a business selling them all staff. The employees will get their salary paid on the ONPASSIVE card. When they buy, Red gets a kickback from that purchase or from those purchases. The employee of that company will also get a discount on the OES ecosystem. You see, let me put it this way. We don't know about merchant accounts. We don't know about merchant accounts. But let me allow Queen Miriam to just elaborate a little on it.
A merchant account is for anyone who have businesses and they have to collect money. They go through banks in order to get that merchant account, and the bank gets payment every single month, or better yet, every batch of payment that is accepted through that account, the bank gets money. So it's not only monthly, but every batch is paid for. So my business partner, she makes sure she have not only one payment going through within that day, because once the payment goes through, one payment, then money is transferred to that bank. So she makes sure have 5-6 payments within that one day. So the payment that she has to pay the bank, it doesn't go to waste. So every single payment or every single batch, the bank gets money. So picture us being part of that volume, that merchant business. We will be paid every time that someone uses that feature, that product. So we'll have residual income. We will be getting money while we're sleeping.
Mercy, mercy, mercy. Look at it. Let me give a practical example now. Remember, all of this is through our staff. All right. Somebody who will using our staff for their nail salon or barber shop or beauty shop or what have you. Now watch this now. With our staff, it is a merchant. So they have to collect money, right? They have to collect money. So when a person come in, get a haircut, pay them money, credit card, debit card, whatever card, bam! You get a percentage of that payment.
Yes.
So if 100 people for the day, if 100 people for the day come cut them here and do them nails and do them facial and them hand shall and them foot shall and all the shall that them want to do, you are getting a percentage of that. Every transaction.
Every transaction.
Every transaction. And so that is how excited I am with this scenario. This type of business solution that we are in is second to none. Let us leave the mindset of levels and team. And listen, there's a lot of way to make money than team. Whole heap of way that you and I don't even fathom. And that is what Ashma Fares said. Let us leave these rotator system and this system that no, we're not doing all of that. We're not doing those things. We are into a different era when it comes down to business, when it comes down to marketing, when it comes down to everything that is in ONPASSIVE, because we
are ONPASSIVE.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. That was the update for last week, the 31st of May. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, and plenty love.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen Miriam. Thank you, Dr. Derek. One of the triple D's that we had presenting today. And hello, people. That was an outstanding presentation. Outstanding, awesome presentation. And guess what? That's not all. It's just the beginning, because this is just a partial of what the triple D's had in store for us. We have another segment of this. How amazing is that? We have talent in the house. ONPASSIVE has got talent. I'm sorry if I'm not showing it, because my voice is not that voice that will show excitement, but my words are the only way I can express myself. But before I proceed to the next step of our program for the night, I want to thank each and everyone who has signed in today. If you have not spoken and you signed in and are still on, we thank you for being here. We thank you for providing us an ear to listen to us. We thank you for making time to be with us, because without you, there will be no dream team. But with you, and believing in what dream team leaders have to share, you are part of this movement, the ONPASSIVE family. Thank you so much. And I know we are in different time zones. There are some people who are awake. It's afternoon for some people. It's nighttime for some people. It's morning for some people. But guess what? We are ONPASSIVians. We are a family. And we are in it to win it. Yes, Queen Miriam, I saw your lips moving. Okay, all right. Before I move to the next stage, this Rock P, the hand has been raised since the beginning of the webinar. All right. Global Ambassador Rock P, you've been raising your hand. Can you please unmute yourself and speak to us, please? Rock P, can you first of all introduce yourself by your name and tell us where you're calling from?
Hello, thank you, Queen Debbie. I appreciate all that you people are doing for us, and thank you to my daughter, Dr. Patience, and all of you, men and women, who devote your time to see that we, especially we, the elderly ones, are moving.
Can I interrupt you there, please? Can you please
Yes.
tell us what your name is and where you're calling
I'm
from?
Rosalind. I'm so sorry. I'm Rosalind Okpe, and I'm speaking from Texas, US.
Thank you.
Yeah. So my question is about the recent highlighted MyLink. I went to MyLink and I discovered that I have to move it to a browser in order to open it up. And honestly, I do not know how to do that. So I just need a help.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you there. One of the things we were going to do was, you've put on your hands so many times, and I put it down several times, because we have a schedule, we have an agenda. We're moving from one item to the other. The next segment is where your question falls in. So I will pass it over to Sister Dr. Patience to answer, because she's available right now. Because I was just going to say, when we move to the next segment, that's when we're going to answer your question. I had about 5 hands raised, and it's difficult to know whose hand had what question and which part of the presentation. So just be patient. I'll pass it over to Sister Patience to say something, and then we'll get back to you. Please. Thank you so much.
I will definitely do that, because I'm so sorry interrupting, because I didn't know when.
You're not interrupting. Oh, no, it's okay.
I thought the hand was going down because of the system. You know, I didn't know that somebody was actually getting it down. I'm so sorry about that.
You're absolutely fine. So just wait for your baby sister to talk to you, please. Hold on.
Okay,
over to you,
thank
sister.
you.
Hello, welcome, Mama Rosalind. That's my mother, my other mother. I'm blessed to have a lot of mothers in ONPASSIVE. We're going to answer your question momentarily, because we're going there now. But before we go there, I would like Sister Debbie. My voice is sounding audible in my own ears. Can you just close our YouTube session, please, so we can move to the next session, please?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Mommy, I was going to do that, but I thought there was a pressing session when our sister raised her hand. Hello, our darling and lovely brand, global, I will say our global affiliates, our global ambassadors of ONPASSIVE, our global ONPASSIVE brothers and sisters. We thank you, each and everyone who is listening to us on YouTube, and we appreciate you joining us today on the Dream Team Forum. Please remember that on this platform, we have webinars on every Sunday at 11:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That means the New York time. So we hope you join us again. And we have other forums, because we work in conjunction with other forums. Tuesdays and Thursdays, Deep Dive, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we have the Niger Forum with Pastor Paul 360 Degree. So please, not only those, we have several others. We have the Ghana Global with Mama Grace, and we also have Engineer Mike on Sundays. Before Deep Dive, before the Dream Team starts, we have Engineer Mike. So we thank each and every one of you who has signed in today, that please just check in your respective WhatsApp groups, and the latest updates about upcoming webinars will be posted there. So we'll see you again very soon. Thank you, and bye for now.
Thank you, and bye, our YouTube viewers.
All right, this takes us to the next segment of our webinar, which will be what you were looking forward to?
Recording in progress.
What were we looking forward to in the next segment? Oh, connect. Ha. Sister P, are you ready?
All right. Thanks for all your patience. To see have 164 people with us. Thank you. And we've come to the section that you guys, I bet everybody was waiting for. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. Let me stop sharing. I don't want this to open. Why am I opening this? Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to share. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we can.
If you're a global brand ambassador, if you're engaged, you will know that we had way gone past